On the fringes of Jakarta, Tio Arlandi is getting ready for work.
Paling kalau dari Sampurna itu paling 1 jam, paling lama.
With his friend Erwin, the pair are preparing to beg on the streets of the Indonesian capital as silvermen.
Paling bersihin ya kurang lebih 1 jam kurang lah. Bersihinnya pakai sunlight.
The silver paint mixed with cooking oil stings the eyes, but they're used to it.
Dapat penghasilan dari uang manusia silver itu kadang buat makan, buat digunain beli bahan-bahannya lagi, terus buat beli pakaian. Kalau lagi bagus, kalau paling 100.000, itu juga kadang lebih. Kalau lagi sepi, kadang 60.000, kadang ya cukup buat makan doang.
In a bustling economy growing at about 5% a year, Tio and Erwin are falling between the cracks. Growing up in poverty, with poor nutrition, stunted both their physical growth and opportunities in life.
Karena Ewin kalau untuk urusan sekolah pendidikan Ewin di atas rata-rata. Di sini pun Ewin punya alasan kuat karena tuntutan ekonomi. Karena di sini Ewin cuma punya orang tua perempuan. Itu pun udah umur. Jadi siapa lagi kalau bukan Ewin yang akan SD aja nggak lulus. Saya Erwin sampai kelas 3.
With a population of 270 million people and growing, even begging on the streets here is competitive. Indonesia later this year will have a change of leader, with former military general Prabowo Subianto taking the reins of Southeast Asia's largest economy. And while he wants faster economic growth, the incoming president's flagship policy is to tackle malnutrition.
We are determined to bring down poverty in a massive campaign, massive effort.
To get an idea of the problem, we're on our way to an island 90 minutes from Jakarta. This is Pulau Kelapa, a tiny speck in an island chain which feels like an urban jungle, with more than 6,000 residents and plenty of cats. And it's a priority community for health workers to monitor for children with growth stunting.
Mata pencarian mayoritas nelayan. Cuman ya kebanyakan itu sosial ekonomi karena dan juga tingkat pengetahuan. Pola asuh ya Pak jatuhnya.
Makasih.
Hari ini ada penimbangan rutin bulanan Pak. Sama setiap bulannya, yaitu kurang lebihnya ada sekitar 60 sampai 100 balita yang berkunjung ke Posyandu. Ya, di sini kita ada kegiatan dari mulai mereka dilakukan ukur timbang sampai mendapatkan penyuluhan kesehatan.
The national rate of stunting remains stubbornly high at just over 20% of Indonesia's children. With the help of a charity, Ratu Juwita's team monitors for stunting on these islands.
Mungkin karena satu ya Pak, sepertinya sih ketidakmampuan sosial ekonomi. Kemudian tingkat pengetahuan ibu yang mungkin kurang tahu atau kurang paham tentang kesehatan, gitu, tentang pentingnya makanan-makanan bergizi untuk anak, bisa jadi pola asuhnya lah gitu.
Programs like this are effective. A year ago, there were 39 kids here who were showing signs of stunting. On this visit, they say it's down to 15.
Getting more nutritious food into the bellies of Indonesian children is President-elect Prabowo Subianto's big promise. The plan is to provide nearly 83 million free lunches or extra food to school children and pregnant women across the country every day. The cost could range somewhere between $11 and $42 billion a year. Economists are raising questions about whether the country can afford it, and health experts wonder whether it's the right approach.
Saya rasa dengan adanya program Pak Presiden nanti ya ke depannya ya, itu akan mengatasi sedikit masalah kesehatan tentang stunting atau malnutrisi. Karena sasarannya anak sekolah, mungkin yang akan teratasi adalah anak-anak tingkat sekolah. Sementara kalau balita kan tidak, ya kan? Balita adalah PR kita di bawah.
The Prabowo free meals plan is popular, and the incoming president says it will be a priority once he's sworn into office in October. It'll take years to fully roll out, but he says it can be paid for. There's hope here it will make a difference.
Tapi kalau memang itu dibutuhkan, sasarannya harus jelas aja sih. Misalnya memang yang benar-benar ibu hamil yang membutuhkan di daerah terpencil, daerah pulau semacam ini yang memang butuh diberikan tambahan, ya kenapa tidak gitu.
Back in Jakarta, the daily hustle continues for Tio and Erwin. Well past their growth years, their hopes for the future are a bit more modest. They haven't made much money today, but enough for a 20-cent dinner.
Gimana buat rakyat yang miskin tolong dibantu biar ada ekonominya, biar sembakonya turun semua. Kalau bisa perubahan, kalau presiden yang akan datang, saya minta kerjaan yang tetap, yang bagus buat saya. Itu aja lah.